y'all brothers hear us?
Hey, Shalom Akim. I want to start by giving all praises, honor, and glory to
Yahweh,
Ba'Shem, Yahushai, Ba'Shem, Kadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of great notions for teaching truth and for ruling well. And peace salutation to all you Akim out there pushing and defending his gospel throughout the four corners of the earth, as well as to the believers in Yahweh, Ba'Shem, Yahushai, the men as well as the women, the old, the elect. Hey, we the brothers from GMSHAWAII. Y'all here once again, the body Yahweh, Ba'Shem, Yahushai. To prophesy unto our people, the coming judgments, to let them know of the good news, the gospel, that salvation is unto our people. And hey, it's nearer than when we believe, man. We living in a time where we see the end time prophecies, pretty much jumping off the page, man. A lot of people are focused on building up their future and what's coming next with humanity and all these things, but we know through the Spirit that the Lord is bringing the judgment, man. The great day of Yahweh Yahushai is coming, man. And it's closer than what people can imagine. People are waiting for Trump's is it called inauguration? His inauguration, thinking like, oh yeah, Trump is gonna make America great again, or we're gonna be about to make money, business owners, that are into capitalism and shit. This is their thoughts, man. Their thoughts are forward thoughts, which is the Lord is against, man. Especially when they're against His will, man. So the Lord's gonna give all of you a rude awakening.
This is 2 Peter 3:3. Knowing this first, that there shall come in the last days scoffers walking after their own lust, and saying, where is the promise of his coming? For since the fathers fell asleep, all things continue as they were from the beginning, and from the beginning of creation. For this they are willingly ignorant of that. Well, let me read that again. 2 Peter 3:3. Knowing this first, that there shall come in the last days scoffers walking after their own lust. In the NLT it says, most importantly, I want to remind you that in the last days, scoffers will come mocking the truth and following their own desires.
People don't consider the word of Yahweh Yahushai. You always say when shit hits the fan, people like to run to the Bible, man, for salvation. Oh shit, no, we need salvation. We need a higher power to deliver us from this. When times are good, nobody thinks of the word of the Lord.
Hold on, brother. Can you give a precept where it says, in the time of affliction, there is no remembrance of prosperity? Right. I'm sorry, brother.
When nothing is happening, when times are so-called good, nobody thinks about the word of Yahweh Yahushai. Nobody's reading their Bibles. Nobody's paying attention to, what does the prophecies of the end time say? Why? Because they enjoying life. They're fulfilling the lust of the flesh, Yeah, but as soon as something happens, they want to run to the Bible. Like if the Most High is just a genie that's gonna save you from all your wickedness that you've done your whole life, He's gonna just be like, oh yeah, this guy called upon me the last second I was saved. No, man, that's not how it works.
Most High is not your personal savior. How about some outside? He don't bend to your will. He bend to His will.
Expressly that in the latter times some shall depart from the faith, giving heed to seducing spirits. Giving heed to seducing spirits.
Yeah, you got people you got people that was in the truth, and then they fall back into the world. You were brought out of the world, and then you fall back into the world where you follow these different ways. You got these different doctrines, and every so often those doctrines pop up. Like I remember, it was the doctrine of the flat earth. We actually had a whole group of brothers in LA. Well, they ain't brothers now, but those at the time they was brothers. Everybody thought he was solid, and the nigga just gathered a whole bunch of brothers that was weak in the spirit, that doctrine seduces them. You got people that get in the truth and then the ways of the world seduce them, getting money, trying to be the family man, trying to juggle being a nigga and trying to be in the truth at the same time. You got people, they tell the MOTB right now is a big stumbling block for a lot of people who know that they're Israelites, right? Because you got all these different doctrines being thrown out, especially IUIC is good for that. They'll switch up their doctrine on what the mark of the beast says, according to Revelation 13 and 16, on down there, they'll switch it up whenever it suits them. And their followers are none the wiser, right? Those are seducing doctrines. You gotta get rid of
1 Timothy 4 and verse 1. Now the Spirit speaketh expressly that in the latter times some shall depart from the faith, giving heed to seducing
So they
spirits.
say they're going to depart from the faith, giving heed to what? To seducing spirits. And we in those latter times. You had that going on during the time of Paul. I forget the two guys' names, but the niggas was obsessed with the world, man. And they went back into the world. They left Paul, they left the disciples, they left Paul, they left the followers, because they wanted to be the trappers of this world. They got seduced by it. They didn't get fucked.
1 Timothy 4 and 1. Now the Spirit speaketh expressly that in the latter times some shall depart from the faith, giving heed to seducing spirits and doctrines of devils.
Doctrine, that was the word, that would be the deceiver, right? And that's what these false leaders are doing, right? Because you got a lot of Israelite groups out there. I know somebody from my past that hit me up and gave me the video of IUIC. And she knows that I'm an Israelite. She knows what I believe in. But in her mind, we're all just the same people. And then she showed me that. I was like, that's a different Israelite. That's not who I'm dealing with. Who I follow, right? She was like, well, how many Israelites exist? Well, it's a lot. And some of them, starting with Great Millstone, have 100% of the truth, right? The other ones, they have bits and pieces of 90%, 80%. So GOCC, them niggas are just off. You know what I'm saying? They just a Christian group with an Israelite identity, right? But then you got other groups too. You got whole church. You got actual churches, like physical churches, Christian churches that have a doctrine, an Israelite doctrine that's completely skewed. What they all have with those ones that not giving you the 100% truth have in common is that they're trying to suit the world. They're trying to make their doctrine suitable and palatable for the world. So they'll say what? Heathens to be saved. You got some of them, they got straight up, not Israelite foreigners, but just straight up Edomites amongst them. And they selling them the dream that salvation is for them. Right? Why? Because the more people you can get to your congregation, the more money they're gonna get. They ain't gonna tell them that. But that's what that is. You look at IUIC. Right? Their doctrine is all about being an Israelite in this world. You know, establishing first of all, and I'll give it back to you, but first of all, when you come into this truth changes who you are. It makes you born again, right? Renewed, your mindset, the way you think, the way you act, the way you interact with people. It's supposed to change to a righteous point of view, right? That's what it's supposed to do. So by default, if you're an Israelite, a true believer in Yahweh GMSHAWAII, you're going to do the things that the average person just ain't doing in society. Like what? Take care of your family. You know what I'm saying? Not be a lion in your house. You know, not be friends with among the servants. That's in the scriptures. They tell you how to move in this world. You know what I'm saying? So I don't need an Israelite doctor to tell me how to be a good husband or how to be a good father or have a business and get a 4K camera. Because that's what these groups, some of these groups tell you. You got the Israelite, the family-friendly Israelites, some of them, the family-friendly Israelites, instead of IUIC. Then you got the jailbird niggas. They doctrine, they all telling you you're Israelites, but then you got the jailbird niggas who they just thug niggas from off the block and wayward cats that's off the block. And they told that they're Israelites, and then they got a whole doctrine to themselves. And that's ISUPK. They got like 90% of it, but then that 10% is, they don't know how important that 10% is. You gotta have a whole 100% truth. As with Great Millstone, starting with our apostles and bishop elders, we have that whole 100% truth being disseminated to us on a constant daily basis. Right? So nothing is being taken out, nothing is being added or taken away to make this doctrine palatable to the people. It ain't about that. It's about doing what's commanded of us from Yahweh. So again, you gotta be able, that's where discernment comes in. You gotta be able, like, oh, girl couldn't discern what Israelite people follow. Like, she really in the doctrine and all. She really don't give a fuck. She just see the Israelites and automatically assume that we're all the same. And that's why in 2 Timothy chapter 16, 70 on down, it tells you what, that then shall they know who my children are. Because if you look at all the Israelite groups today, people, they're fucking confused. You'll be confused, which that's purposely done by Yahweh because he don't want everybody. Like, just because we Israelites don't mean every Israelite is meant to be called. Many are called, or what? Few are chosen. So you got a lot of people out here, especially in the internet age, getting online, seeing brothers, seeing other Israelite groups out there, and they're drawn to it. Well, the Lord don't want all them niggas, because these niggas ain't right. So then he'll send certain Israelites this way, that way, and we got people amongst us that don't belong amongst us. And then eventually they get sorted out. They get put out, they do some shit, they drop out, just had to do, say he want to go on his own and do his own thing. This ain't the time to be doing your own thing, doing your own way, claiming that you're a great millstone member, but you ain't doing what's commanded of you. You know what I'm saying? The scripture says, like, what, neglect not the assembly, right? 2 is better than 1. 3 is not easily broken. You know what I'm saying, bro? So you got lone wolf niggas out there. Niggas in that lone wolf spirit. Thinking that, oh, I can do it by myself, I don't need nobody else. That's just a dude that don't want direction. So you'll walk by this guy standing out there talking, you're like, oh, he's one of those guys. No, he ain't one of us. You know what I'm saying? So, like, again, you got to be able to have a discernment, because why? There are many deceivers out there. Scripture says they're speaking things that they ought not to speak. For what? Filthy lucre's sake. Niggas trying to get paid. You got Sakari. That was about money. They turned in on each other and broke up. But, you know, they still going out there spreading their misinformation about the gospel. Trying to get what? Trying to get a check. So you got to have that spiritual discernment to know that, hey, these guys are right. These guys, they ain't right. And you got to understand the doctrine. You can't be like cherry picking from doctrine to doctrine. Why? Because there are deceivers out there. You got some cats, they'll listen to Great Millstone, and they'll listen to Sakari, and they'll listen to ISUPK, IUIC, bunch of Israelite groups. Oh, okay. And then they're trying to go do their own thing. Nigga, you got a mix and bowl of all kinds of stuff. You're not gonna last out here. We're made the filth of this world. That's what we're made to be. What they say, the worst Israelite group out there, Great Millstone. And we ain't even do shit. All we did was tell you the truth. You raped 9-year-olds. That was slander spread some time ago by what? A real rapist, Polite. And now look at that nigga's at. He locked up in a hostel in Florida somewhere for what? The exact thing that he said that we did. So imagine what's going to happen to the rest of you guys. Fucking Bishop Nate has been missing for over a month. Nobody knows where the fuck he's at. He probably sick again. Like Apostle Hart said, he probably in the hospital. We don't know. Nobody knows. But like he said, he's like, look, if I go missing, people going to come on live like, yo, where's Apostle Hart at? Because they, like Apostle Gabriel said, they expect to see them. We all expect to see them every week. You know what I'm saying? We like, shit, if it ain't a show, we've been watching so, all of us been watching so long, that if it ain't a live show on a Saturday, brothers answer questions like, what's going on? And then if we wait to see what's going on, it might be inclement weather, so they got to go live from somewhere else. And then we wait. When we see them, like, oh, okay, good. Because it's like you hungry. You want to be fed. That's why we come out here week in and week out. There's people that ask me, like, yo, you checking out the brothers in Hawaii. Like, yo, one of us go. Like, where the fuck everybody at? Yeah, people like, yeah, and then they be like, they find out, you know, oh, okay, this is going on, da 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 da. But they out there. We out there. You know, we out there in the forefront feeding the Lord.
So again, back in 1 Timothy 4 and 2, well, 4 and 1, it says, now the Spirit speaketh expressly that in the latter time some shall depart from the faith, giving heed to seducing spirits and doctrines of devils, speaking lies and hypocrisy.
Speaking lies and hypocrisy, because that's what those wicked scribes and Pharisees were going back in the day, doing Yahweh's time. They were speaking lies and they were hypocrites. Telling you to do one thing, but they're doing another thing. Right? You know, here it is, IUIC talking about the laws, the statutes, commandments, the laws, the statutes, commandments. But then they got people amongst their fucking congregation killing women, shooting trannies, taking pictures of their rides while they in congregation with other men's wives, just doing a whole, and they probably got a whole bunch of other shit that we don't care to know about. You know, that's a hypocrite. That's a hypocrite. Because they tell you not to do it, they tell you about the laws and the commandments, but then they commit an adultery, then they lie, then they extort. You see?
It says, speaking lies and hypocrisy, having the conscience seared with a hot iron.
And that's why they can't get this truth. Because they're, what's that saying in NLT?
NLT, it says,
First Timothy 4:2, these people are hypocrites and liars, and their consciences are dead.
Yeah, consciences are dead. Because if you got a conscience, you ain't gonna speak lies and hypocrisy. You're gonna be fearing the Lord. Like, I'm not gonna skew the Lord's word to suit my opinion. Hell no. But there's consciences who are seared with a hot iron where they niggas can't be corrected. They don't want to be corrected. They don't want to be led the right way.
All of that, why? Because they want to be, again, part of this world, man. They see Esau and Eve succeeding. They want to mimic after what these wicked people are doing. You know?
Yeah, niggas are friendly neighborhood Israelites.
You know, that's why our Lord and Savior told us to abstain from the world. Don't be friends with the world.
Be not conformed to this world.
And he said what? Know ye not that those that have friendship with the world are at enmity with the Most High, man. So this is why, we always tell the brothers like that, man. Like, yeah, we gotta live in this place. We gotta get by, but we're not here to be like the people in the world. We're not in this shoe to make a profit, to none of that, man. We're here to serve Yahweh Shai. Nobody was excited when they saw the prophets. Nobody was like, oh yeah, let's go listen to the prophets because they're bringing good news. No, man. Every time the prophets came to one of our towns, it was for what? To speak about the judgment that was about to befall our people.
Yeah, it says, use not the world. I mean, use not the world as your abuse. So you get in and you get out. You ain't trying to be the friendly neighborhood Israelite. You ain't telling everybody your business. Like, you're not telling everybody about the truth, which is your business. You know, you get there, you make the work happen. You got a job, you do it like you're doing it for your Yahweh Shai, and you get out of there. You get your check. You ain't trying to be the family friendly Israelite. That every family function and shit. I mean, if you go to certain functions and shit like that, I guess once in a while or whatever, I guess that's, you gotta do what you gotta do. You're in the world, but you're not using it. You ain't using it, you're not even using it as an opportunity to try to convert your family. Because they already know. So they ain't want to know. know what I'm saying? You might, hey, Jake might be hungry. The Lord might have it to where put your spirit to go get a plate from your family house. So go eat. But that don't mean you got to be all up in there and, what's that, the family reunion type spirit and shit? Nah. I'm heading against something in your mouth.
A lot of those truly neighborhood Israelites, they still celebrate the holidays. They celebrate Christmas, Thanksgiving. I mean, they really get into it. They're not being separate from the world.
Nah.
I got to say that. This is Romans chapter 12, verse 2. And I'll read the NLT version. It says, don't copy the behavior and customs of this world, but let the Most High transform you into a new person. And those friendly neighborhood Israelites, they can't be transformed because they're too weak. The spirit can't transform. You know, it says, and let the Most High transform you into a new person by changing the way you think. They never really change the way they think. They're in the world, and then when they around other Israelites, let's just say, they're back around them. That's what separates Great Millstone from all those other camps. So when people say, aren't you all the same? No, we're not the same. Because here at Great Millstone, we adhere strictly to the words of GMSHAWAII as written in the scriptures. That's what changes. And that's what changes your lifestyle. That's what changes your mental way of thinking. The spirit, the word. Hebrew 4:12 says the word of the Most High is quick and powerful. That's how it's able to change you. But those friendly neighborhood Israelites, I'll throw IUIC in there, ISUPK, them jokers, they still celebrate the holidays. Christmas, they still going to Christmas parties, I'm sure, and they doing all that wicked stuff. But we know, as the hopeful true men of the Lord, the hopeful elect, we can't do that. Yahushua said in John 8:32, you shall know the truth, and the truth will set you free. Free from what? Free from this world. But you have to hold on to this truth. You know?
So, St. Matthew 7 verse 15, it says, beware of false prophets, which come to you in sheep's clothing, but inwardly they are ravening wolves. Ye shall know them by their fruits. Do men gather grapes of thorns, or figs of thistles? Even so, every good tree bringeth forth good fruit, but a corrupt tree bringeth forth evil fruit. I looked up the word for good, and it's the Greek word, kalos, and it says morally good, noble. You see, and that definition for morally, it says, with reference to the principles of right and wrong behavior in a way that is considered right according to the code of behavior of a particular society. And that code of behavior is what? The scripture. So, if you are truly a man of the Lord, a true prophet, a true leader of GMSHAWAII, you're supposed to bring good fruit. You know, fruit that's according to what? To the scriptures, man. That's why it says you shall know them by their fruits, man. Like the brother mentioned, what fruits do we see from each other groups, man? Nothing but. And I was watching IZK, and there was a dude with a fucking it was like an AR-15 at camp, bro. I was like, what the fuck? Like they were like straight up just like reading the scriptures with a fucking AR-15. I'm like, damn, bro, that's not even godly, man. That whole appearance that you got on makes people think like, oh, nah, these people are like
violent group.
violent terrorist group.
Who's gonna walk up to a nigga with an AR-15 and ask him questions? Like, nigga, most people are like, oh, I would get away from them nigga because I don't want nothing to happen out here, and I accidentally get shot. And a nigga with a gun to a cop means a threat. You are an immediate threat. The cops, something pop off and the cops roll up, and they see you got this, they gonna have their shit drawn on you, bro. They ain't gonna walk like this. They ain't gonna walk up on you like this. What's going on? They gonna walk on you like this. Put the fucking gun down. Get on the gun. And they like, I got a permit. I got a permit. No, nigga. They'll see the permit after they put you in cuffs, take your weapon off your body, or put a bullet in you, man. You know, the scripture says what? The Lord sent us what? As I send you forth as sheep amongst wolves. The brother brought out the precept where you got the guys coming in sheep's clothing, but inwardly they're what? Ravenous wolves, man. We amongst these people are wolves out here. I was telling my brother Ariel a couple days ago. You got some, brother?
Yes.
Bring it out.
In particular, says 27 First Thessalonians 5, verse 22. Abstain from all appearances of evil. That's an appearance of evil.
Yeah, because even though you got a permit or you might have a license to carry to the cops, first of all, you got the Bible in your hand, you calling them a devil, you got the gun, and you talking all crazy, you might be aggressive, you appear to be evil. All the Edomite gotta say, they ain't even gotta have no proof. All they gotta say is, I was walking by, he called me a devil and pointed his weapon at me. I thought I feared for my life. It's a rat.
It's a wrap.
When we out here, bro, we ain't got no weapons, bro.
No.
The weapons of our warfare are not carnal. You know what I'm saying? We got spiritual weapons. We got GMSHAWAII, the name of GMSHAWAII. We got the heavenly angels. We got the gift of faith. That's what we got out here. Brothers ain't got no weapons out here. We ain't got, yeah, in the word, that's it. What like the brother brought out, in the word is a two-edged sword, sharper than a two-edged sword. So I don't need a weapon. But see, like they do that shit to look intimidating and to look threatening to people, to the weak, to the fearful. That's why they do that shit. Because then they'll say, well, didn't GMSHAWAII tell the disciples to sell all you had and buy a sword? Like, bro, the scriptures tell us that our weapons are not carnal. Now, I don't know what was going on through that day, but they were doing a lot of walking. And back then, you would walk through a town on a road, and it was marauders on that motherfucker, bro. They'll rob you while you were out there walking. It was. You think it's no man's land in the ghetto? Yeah, it's thinking no man's land in the ghetto, but back then, it was some real shit going on the street. You going from different countries. They're moving around Jerusalem. They're moving around Israel. Then they're going to other places. So yeah, he was like, yo, man, strap up out there because it get live out there. But at the same time, don't depend on that. What did he tell Peter when Peter cut off Malchus' ear? He said, somebody get that piece up. Not you, Ariel. He told him like, yo, like, nah. I'm roughly paraphrasing what he said. He told Peter like, Peter was an expert with that sword, bro. That was King David in the reincarnation. He was like, nah, bro, what you doing? Like, no, he picked his ear up and healed that man. Which that dude, you know, because Herod had an Israelite army, and he had people, he had Edomites amongst his army, a lot of Edomites amongst his army. But you know, it was Jakes amongst them. But he picked his ear up, he healed him up. Go ahead, point out.
We saw in the book of St. John 18 and verse 10. Well, then Simon Peter, having a sword, drew it and smote the high priest's servant and cut off his right ear. The servant's name was Malchus.
Yeah, it was an Israelite. You ain't gonna be the high priest servant and be an Edomite. Go ahead.
Well, then said Yahushua to Peter, put up thy sword into the sheath. Well, the cup which my father hath given me, shall I not drink it?
Yeah, because you ain't gonna stop. Because what Peter was trying to do was stop him from coming for Yahushua. Yeah. You know how Jake get that zeal on him.
Physically.
Yeah, and he was like, nah, man, like this ain't. I gotta drink this cup. So your little sword, or you trying to save me from physical harm, it ain't gonna do it. That ain't in the. We always say, hey, that ain't in the scriptures. It said that this was going to happen. So let it happen, go ahead.
Hey, you can't change the course of prophecy.
Exactly, especially with your carnal weapons. Go ahead.
Verse 12. Then the band and the captain and officers of the Jews took Yahushua and bound him.
Yeah, so that was pretty much it right there. Read that verse again.
St. John 18 and verse 11. Then said Yahushua to Peter, put up thy sword into the sheath. The cup which my father hath given me, shall I not drink it?
Yeah, so if it's meant for you to get grabbed up, if it's meant for any of us to get grabbed up, lose our life, tossed into a concentration camp, somebody getting a weapon ain't gonna stop that. That's our destiny. But we know that we're gonna get delivered, so it don't matter what happens. We already we're making ourselves a living sacrifice. And that's all you need. You don't need the extra shit. This is what we're going into. Jake, you trying to throw the extra bells and whistles on you. Because you don't like the way the truth is. It's a bitter pill to swallow, bro. It truly is. Especially when it sets in and then you realize that, damn, I'm catching a lot of hell. I'm going through some shit. You know what I'm saying? I need Yahushua. I need help. That's the kind of spirit, you know, we all go through that. We have those moments. And that's what you got to accept. Like Apostle Tahar, Apostle Ramla, Apostle Gabar, and Apostle Ricard, they teach us to what? You got to learn to let us suffer, man. It's just a part of, bro, I was suffering all week, bro. You know what I'm saying? But, hey, I just had to accept it. It's hard, and it ain't like I just like, okay, I'm suffering, that's it. No, I'm complaining, I'm praying, I'm just like going through the motions, but at the same time, I remember the truth. I remember the words that comfort. These words comfort me. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, that's just something you gotta bear with, and some people just can't do it. They'll catch a little bit of hell, you right back in the world. You like, this ain't for me, make it haste. That was it. What you was reading?
Oh, 1 Thessalonians 5, verse 22, same one, abstain from all appearances of evil.
Oh, that was it. Go back to Ecclesiasticus. Let me put up this right here. First precept. They just went. Anyway, 2 Peter 3:3. Knowing this first, that this shall come in the last days, scoffers walking after their own lusts, and saying, where is the promise of his coming? Oh, let me go back to verse 3 in the NLT. Most importantly, I want to remind you that in the last days, scoffers will come, mocking the truth and following their own desires. And what I had to plug the whole Ecclesiastes for it.
Yes, I got it.
Hold on, brother. The reason why I had him holding it, because brother, I was saying, you know, people, they wait till the last minute to follow the Lord. Get that piece on this. Right? They wait till all hell breaks loose, and now everybody want to go to the Bible, look for answers to the Bible. You know what I'm saying? But you ain't supposed to wait till the last minute. You supposed to catch this train early, right? You supposed to catch this train and hold on fast to it early. You ain't supposed to wait till you damn near about to hit the wall, and now you want to try to get right. It don't work that way.
So the book of Isaiah 55 and 6 says, seek ye the Lord while he may be found. Call ye upon him while he is near.
Seek ye the Lord while he's able to be found. Where's the Lord found? In the mouth of the prophets, on the highways and hedges, in the place of concourse, right? Out on the streets daily, weekly, right? On the YouTube, because the internet's a highway too, right? So you can find it anywhere right now. Like when I say anywhere where social media is available, anywhere where the internet is available, anywhere in a major city that you at, or a small town. You want to see the Lord. Spirit power, Yahweh, this word is extremely available. So you're supposed to seek the Lord while you have an opportunity to. Go ahead.
Verse 7, the wicked shall forsake his way. Isaiah 55 and 6. Seek ye the Lord while he may be found. Call ye upon him while he is near.
Call ye upon him while he is near, because there's going to come a time where the Lord is not going to be near. Get Amos 8 and 11.
This is the book of Amos, chapter 8, and verse 11. Behold, the days come, saith the Lord, that I will send a famine in the land, not a famine of bread, nor a thirst for water, but of hearing the words of the Lord Yahweh.
So there's going to come a time where the famine of the world is going to kick in before the famine of bread. They're going to shut down the YouTube. They're going to heavily restrict the internet. You know what I'm saying? They're going to make it hard for us to come out here on the highways and broadcast this message. Right? So this is the time that you should get it, because when the famine of the word comes, there ain't going to be nobody out here to explain to you what's going on. None of the prophets going to be out here. The Lord's going to take us up off these streets. It's going to be wild out here. All hell's going to break loose. Right? You got that whole 92% group thing going on, movement going on with these black bitches that voted for Kamala Harris. It was like over 92% of so-called black women in America that voted for Kamala Harris, and they're angry that Trump got in office. So they looking at the other 8%, and that's really the other 8% of black bitches, Jacob, because the one woman's like all skin folk and kin folk. So she's like, they got this thing where like basically they're waiting for America to go to the shit, and then they're gonna blame it on all the people that voted for Trump. And it ain't their fault. It ain't even Trump's fault. That's Jacob's trouble, nigga. We told you that it was coming. We told you that all hell was gonna break loose. We told you that the fruits and the treats, all that was gonna stop. Through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shah, we told you. Because the scripture says the Most High speaks by the mouth of the prophets. Right? So y'all don't look at us like we prophets. Y'all just look at us like two black men and a Hispanic. Right? Or just young dudes or old, angry old men standing on the corner yelling, speaking to nobody, looking at their phone. That ain't the case. We out here warning you. We out here coming out. Look, we risking our life to do this. Because we're in bondage. We behind enemy lines, bro. You know, like, hey, this brother was born in the 60s, bro. We couldn't do this when he was born. We would all been hanging from a tree somewhere if Yahweh Shah wasn't with us. You know what I'm saying? But then it got to a point, shit, 3 years after this, you know, I ain't gonna kiss, but he was born in the 60s. So it was this word, the truth started spreading not so long ago after this brother was born. And now what is worldwide. You can't go nowhere in America. You damn it can't go nowhere in the earth and not hear the Israelites. All up and down the Philippines, all up and down Africa, on the continent of Africa, all up and down Europe, UK, Holland, Germany, Italy. You know what I'm saying? You go to all the 50 states of America, we everywhere, bro. I mean, I ain't seen the GMS Utah yet, but I'm sure it's coming. I ain't seen the GMS Montana, but I'm sure it's coming. Minnesota, it's coming. Because brothers out there, people are out there listening, believers are out there. But for the most part, we're in every major city. So it's no way that you can say that, well, nobody told me, I didn't know. You know what I mean? Like, whatever.
I remember one time when we were on Waikiki, some Jake was like, damn, the Israelites are here too.
See? Because it's like we ruin their time. But we ain't ruining your time. It's just if I see something over and over again, I take it as a sign. Something is happening.
It's a fair warning.
Yeah.
For the Lord, man. And people would be like, oh, I never told you. Oh, I never heard of it. Well, none of the scriptures say that this gospel shall go out to the four corners of the world as a testimony
Yeah.
to all nations, man, and then shall the end come. So nobody could come and say when Jacob's trouble goes full on, nobody could say, oh no, but God should have told us. Like, man, he's been telling you with the prophets, man.
You just ignored it.
Yeah, you just ignored it. You chose to fulfill the lust of the flesh instead of hearkening to the words of Yahweh. See, and now you're gonna suffer judgment.
Consequences.
That's right.
Who was reading?
That was Amos 8 and 11.
Read it again, brother.
Amos 8 verse 11. Behold, the days come, saith Yahweh thy power, that I will send a famine in the land, not a famine of bread, nor a thirst for water, but of hearing the word of the Lord Yahweh Shah.
In the book of Psalms 32 and verse 6, it says, for this shall everyone that is godly pray to thee in a time when thou mayest be found. Surely in the floods of great waters they shall not come nigh unto thee. And why is that? Because again, the word is not going to be readily accessible. The prophets are not going to be out there in the streets like you see them now, man.
Sorry, read that again, brother.
Psalms 32 and 6, for this shall everyone that is godly pray to thee in the time when thou mayest be found. Surely in the floods of great waters they shall not come nigh unto thee.
Yeah, because those that take heed to the word, the Lord's not going to let this flood of judgment, these armies, these military people, come against us. We ain't gonna have to. We ain't gotta fear that. We didn't.
Yeah, And that's, I was just thinking, that's what most people do here in Babylon today. They do things when they get ready. Procrastinate. People choose, they think they can choose to serve the Lord when they get ready. Oh, I'm not ready yet. Because we hear them.
Yeah, I'm about to say, you hear that? Yeah. But then as soon as all hell breaks into their life, I'm ready now, Lord, take me.
It's Psalms 32 and verse 6 in the NLT. Therefore, let all the godly pray to you while there is still time.
I'm sorry, brother. I was having fun with it, but the way he did it, he's like, I ain't ready yet.
I ain't ready yet.
He put his hands up. But that's how they be,
That's how
though,
Jake
bro.
do.
That's just how they like, I ain't ready yet. Go ahead, bro.
I know Jake like that right now. Every time I see him, the last time I saw him, I don't speak the truth to him no more. Because they can get too evil, agitated. Niggas just get too angry. He a big nigga too. So I just leave him alone.
Yeah.
That's the last time, that's what he said to me. I ain't ready yet. I heard that before. Then you running out of time.
I'll come to the Lord when I'm ready.
When I'm ready.
Yeah.
And that's why the Lord said, you ain't chosen me, I've chosen you. You can't come to the Lord on your own time. The scripture says, tarry not to turn to the Most High. Make no tarrying to turn to the Most High. Because why? Judgment will come like that, nigga. And then you be right back in the spirit world. Wake up dead. Oh, yeah. Yeah. I'm gonna know this bigger. Die. Wired. That's right.
The book of Psalms 32, verse 6. Therefore, let all the godly pray to you while there is still time.
See, hey, therefore, let all the godly pray to you while there is still time. Letting you know that it's the time that's going to run out. But they got this thing called the doomsday clock, and it's like 10 seconds, 3 seconds from midnight, which is total catastrophe and nuclear destruction and annihilation. And they haven't updated it yet. They waiting for this dude to pop to get in the office. But they ain't updated it yet. Usually it's been updated by now. They waiting for something. You know, and Trump is that guy. The Lord put him in office because he's the man with the master plan. He's the man with the plan to do what the Lord's wanting to do, which is what? To destroy 2/3 of Jacob America, bring on Jacob's trouble, and bring on the eminent and follow the state of Israel into World War III. He's the guy.
Character for this part of the movie.
Yeah, that's right. He's the character. That's right, brother. He's part of the movie. He's the nemesis that everybody is waiting for, and you can tell he's a nemesis, man. His whole party is picking sides. The Democrats, they hate this dude. You got some Republicans that don't want to fuck with him. He trying to change shit like this. The super executive orders. He expect day one. I was seeing something. They were saying that Bill Clinton was saying that Trump is trying to surround himself with people who are 100% following him. Meaning that whatever he say, they just do. No more of them generals bucking up. These attorney generals bucking up. Nah, nigga, they don't, because he don't want to. He want to come into office without having to fire anybody on day one. Because you know they got something called the first 100 days of office, right? So then you got to get ready for that. So that's damn near half of the year. Yeah, it was like a little under 6 months. The first 100 days of office is critical, nigga. It's super critical. So yeah, bro, like the brother said, he's the right character that the Lord set up. He's that guy.
And the reason why I said that is because I remember all those criminal prosecutions they was trying to hit Trump with, and everything they tried to hit him with, it was like, how about Shai was like, nope.
Yeah.
Nope.
Yeah.
This is my man. This one to put in office. Nope. Nope. Nothing stuck.
Yeah.
Nothing stuck against him. None of those criminal prosecutions. Even now, the latest one, the judge in that case, he hasn't dismissed it, but he's delayed it.
Indefinitely.
Indefinitely.
Yeah, it's indefinitely.
That's
I was like, you know what? A nigga say indefinitely, that means for good,
Dang,
nigga.
I'm going home.
For good. You know what I'm saying? Like, they not gonna ever bring that shit up. 4 years gonna pass and nobody's gonna talk about the criminal case like, okay, now it's time for Trump to go to jail. The nigga he's 78 right now. 4 years from now, he's gonna be 81. They ain't sending that nigga to jail.
And one of his major cabinet members, I was listening to it on the radio, was the Attorney General of Florida. And she backs him 110%.
There you go.
So you got an Attorney General on your team. Ain't nobody prosecuting you.
Nobody fucking with you,
Ain't
bro.
nobody calling you
He's
out.
gonna spend a day in jail. And he always knew he wasn't gonna spend a day in jail. That's why when he
said it.
Yeah, that's why when he went down there and took that picture, he's like, that mugshot, he's like, cause he knew what time he's like, this ain't nothing but a fucking joke. He's in a fucking courtroom cussing the judge out. They tell him to shut the fuck up. He's like, fuck you, da 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 da. Like, nigga, I'm the fucking president, bro. I'm the ex-president of the United States. This ain't fucking Fiji, nigga. This is America. This place was built for so-called white men. And he's the god. That's how he said. And you see, he walked like that. His bitch don't give a fuck. And even his bitch, they try to make it sound like his bitch was against him. And she was with that nigga the whole time. And they got his little boy Barron. They said that they want Barron. He wants Barron to be the next president. So he's already preparing that little dude 4 years from now to run for president. That little nigga talking about something. I like my suitcase. That little nigga. That little nigga isn't trying to go to school yet. Him. They want that nigga to be the next president. So he already. This is Emperor Trump, baby. In his mind, they're about to do away with the democratic system. And it's just gonna be fucking Trump. He's the worst kind of Edomite, bro. That nigga he's a devil. Like he's a super devil, bro. He got niggas all comfortable, letting dumbass niggas out of prison, giving niggas pardons. Them pardons is over. He's not giving no more niggas pardons. No more niggas is getting out of jail. That nigga Boosie was begging Trump. Oh, Trump, can you give me a pardon, man? Can you just take my federal case away, man? Please. He begged that nigga, bro. You know what I'm saying? That's a nigga, because the nigga like that, trusted in men. Voted him that trusted in men. Trump can't save America. He sold your dream. He ain't gonna make America great again. He ain't gonna save America. He ain't gonna bring it to his prominence. He ain't gonna have a bunch of peace in office. All hell's breaking loose. Gonna break loose.
He's just part of prophecy.
That's all. That's right, brother.
He's part of prophecy.
Well, he's didn't they say he was the most pro-Israel president that the U.S. has ever had? That's prophecy in itself, man. Hey, Trump is about either one that's pulled in by the state of Israel, man, to work to
Whatever Israel wants, Israel gets in his office. And it's all even Joe Biden. Joe Biden said he was a Zionist. He said I'd be the biggest Zionist. If I was Jewish, I'd be the biggest Zionist. I am a Zionist. You know? That's what he said.
Psalms 32:6, the NLT says, "Therefore let all the godly pray to you while there is still time, that they may not drown in the flood waters of judgment."
And that's what's coming. I'll read it again. Stop.
Psalms 32:6. Therefore, let all the godly pray to you while there's still time.
Now, all the godly is the elect of Israel. While there's still time.
That they may not drown in the flood waters of judgment.
And that's what we're doing, because we don't want to die or drown in the flood waters of judgment, because that's what's about to be over. You see all of these jakes coming up from South America, from all around the world, coming to America. Right now as we speak, there's a caravan of people coming up through the border. A caravan, they just walking, bro. And it's like, it actually looks like these people just zombified. It's like they got a spirit on them that says, America, America. And that's why we know so many people are gonna die here. You got the elect too amongst them. But a lot of them people will perish here, bro. A lot of them will sleep themselves for when the shit go down. Because Trump is going, his first act is gonna be to wage war on the migrants, which they said that it would take a lifetime to take all the immigrants, illegal immigrants out of America, violent criminals, because you don't know. You just can't look at a person and say, oh, you're a criminal. They're gonna say that amongst you because you're a Jake, or you look like a black person, you look like a so-called Hispanic Mexican person, or even a Native Indian person. They get his ass. They ain't gonna have they ain't trying to hear that I'm a citizen. I was watching this thing last night. This woman she had an hour show about the passport, and she basically was trying to allude without saying too much. She was a black lady. She was saying, so-called black lady. She was saying that now's the time to get your passports. She was like, now's the time to make sure that all your IDs are up to date. She said, now's the time to make sure, because right now, it's like, come on, man, hurry that shit up. Yeah, we know you're uncivilized, nigga. You're a fucking heathen. So yeah, so like she was saying, basically, you could tell she was scared because she's scared that something's about to happen. She's like with the migrant crisis, and also, you know, right now America's passport is ranked number 8. Last year it was number 7. She said we don't know what the incoming situation that happened last week. She was talking about whatever the election was. She was saying that like we don't know what's going to happen because America's passport can tank and nobody can accept it. If it tanks, that means they don't want nobody from America in their country. And if you do, you gotta have a visa. You gotta, and that visa is a whole nother process. So it's like right now, America's not the most powerful visa. The one powerful passport. The number 1 passport in the world is a Singapore passport, but that's hard as shit to get. She was saying that if you're an immigrant, and you talking about getting a passport, well, you can forget about that. It'll take years for you to get a passport. So you ain't gonna be coming here, leaving. That's not gonna be none. If you here, you stuck here. You know what I'm saying? So, and then even if you got a passport, you can try to escape, but you ain't gonna go nowhere. They're gonna ship your ass from the airport straight to the concentration camp. Like my pop said, you're gonna fuck around, find yourself on a bus, nigga. You try to get on a plane, now you're on a fucking bus, nigga. Straight to the concentration camp.
Yep, I just Googled it. It says, as of 2024, the United States passport ranks 8th in the world for travel freedom.
Yeah, travel freedom. 8. Now, that ain't too bad. It's still okay, but it's just showing you that last year you was number 7. A couple years before that, you were number 4. And as the political environment changes, it's going to keep dropping. It's going to keep dropping, especially as this man cuts off his allies and cuts off these different countries that were supposed to be working with him. You know? So this is back in shit's getting real out here, bro. Listen, and that's why we ain't depending on no fucking passport to get us up out of here. We're depending on you. How about GMSHAWAII to get us the fuck up out of here? The only passport we need is the passport of hope and faith. And that passport is ranked number 1 in the universe, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, you got a ticket on that? You got a ticket on the A train, baby. Right. You got a ticket on the A train? You good? You go anywhere, bro. You good? You escape judgment. And that's what we're trying to escape, the flood waters of the wrath of the Heavenly Father. Because that's what he's gonna bring. He's gonna use these different nations, Esau specifically, to bring that wrath. Give me Revelation 12:12, brother. He's gonna use this man to bring that wrath. He's gonna come down hard, bro. He is the right man in all of that. He played John. He put OT 17 Kwani on an airplane, free Kodak Black, had all these niggas thinking that Trump was with the niggas. He don't even know who the fuck Kwani 17 is. That nigga's like, what the fuck? Everybody was seeing this nigga with tattoos, skinny nigga from Philly with tattoos on Trump's airplane. Like, who the fuck is this nigga? They're like, yo. Hey, he's like, Trump's like, don't worry about it. I got a plan. He's my guy. You know what I'm saying? He's like, he's my guy. Nobody knows who the fuck this nigga is, bro. That nigga's an insider. And if you step that close to that nigga, you an insider, bro. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. If you ain't gonna see us, like what the nigga Ice Cube said, I never had dinner with the president. We never gonna have dinner with the president. If they bring us in front of them, it's cause they locked us up. You know what I'm saying? And like the scripture says, we're gonna have to go into the gates of the nobles. They take this brother, this brother, all that memory loss shit, that shit gonna go. He'll be like, your whole body outside. Just let it go. He just gonna let it go on you, bro. They get this brother, man. He gonna fuck around, stop talking English, and start hitting you in Spanish. Let you niggas know, your how about GMSHAWAII gonna fuck y'all up. He's coming, nigga. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Revelation 12, verse 12. Therefore, rejoice, ye heavens, and ye
read it again, brother.
Therefore, rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he hath but a short time.
Esau Edom didn't know they got a short time.
You know,
We always mention what's going on politically and stuff, but there's a higher spirit to what's going on. The Edomites, they know what's happening. they know that the Lord is out there watching, man. You know, Esau got telescopes, all of that stuff. So they trying to fulfill their plan, before the time is up. And they're gonna come like the scripture say, with a great wrath. But they know the time is over. And their time for tribulation is over. And Esau got that spirit on him that is like, well, if I can't have it, nobody can. So he's gonna try to take everybody down with him, man. Especially you Israelites, man, because he knows that the blessing was given to us, man. So he's trying to take as many Israelites as he can down with him, man. And this is what we're warning you, like, look, man, these devils could promise you and tell you they're gonna do all these good things and whatever, but at the end of it all, it's gonna be for what? For your destruction, man. The scriptures say if he do it good, he doeth it unwillingly, and at the end he shall show forth his wickedness.
Because they don't look at you, average Americans, as people to them. They don't see you as equal to them. They don't see that they have anything in common with them, right? Even though they're still lesser luminaries, they're at a higher level. And you can see the pride on Trump, and you can see the pride on his wife. You can see the pride on J.D. Vance, his Elamite wife. Like they're insiders. You're not insiders. So they're not going to say, well, honey, let's just help these poor people. I remember when there was something was going on during the time of Trump's first term, and his wife was getting on the plane. It was like some disaster that happened in Puerto Rico. His wife got on the plane from Puerto Rico with a jacket on that said "Nobody cares" on the back of her shirt, on the back of her shit, and she didn't give a fuck. She didn't care. She like, it's just a jacket. It's just a jacket. And she, yeah, we threw the toilet paper and shit. So she was letting you know that they don't care. And he didn't. That nigga was throwing fucking, what is it called? Paper towels and shit. They needed money. They needed food. They needed resources. He was just like, here you go. Here you go. You know what I'm saying? Like, but soon as something happened in Ukraine, they give them $4 billion. Soon as something happened in the state of Israel, they keep them welfare checks running. Keep the faucet on for them. But when it comes to you Jakes, they don't give a fuck. So what you think? And then they looking at everybody as an illegal immigrant. They already hate Jake. I was about to go into that situation that happened to me this week, where it showed me that these Japhetic people, they hate us, man. Especially the so-called black men. Like they actually have they ain't gonna tell you until you either make them mad or you fuck one of their daughters. They ain't gonna tell you that, but these people don't like us, bro. They look at us as we're intruding in their land, but here it is, the white man took your fucking land, nigga, and your elite agreed with them. It wasn't so-called Negroes and Latinos that took Hawaii in the 1800s, nigga. We ain't locked that ugly ass Japhetic woman in a fucking in a fucking palace. We didn't do that. Esau did that shit. Took your land, put 99-year leases on the land, and exploiting the fuck out of you. But y'all hate us. The only reason why you hate us because y'all heathens. The heathen always hated us. Them that hate me have what? Lifted up their head. We ain't fucking this world up, but see, when you fucked up and broke, busted, and disgusted, you need somebody to take your anger out on and to hate them. So you look at us as an easy target. Like I was telling the, I called the brother Ariel immediately after shit happened, and I was like, bro, I could have took this nigga out, bro. But the Spirit of the Lord had me not do it. You know what I'm saying? I walked with the nigga by myself, like, trying to make peace with the nigga. I was like, listen, man, da-da-da-da-da. I didn't even get to da-da-da-da. I was like, listen, man, no, get out of here. Fuck out of here. Go away. Get away. Fuck you. Da-da-da-da-da. And he walking and talking with his shit to his car. The nigga ain't tossed that drink at me. The nigga ain't stand up and like, yo, he waited till I was out of the car. When I was in the car, he was like, oh, I'm ready. You ready, Scott? You like Scott? Wow. All that bullshit. And that shit don't scare me. I told the nigga, but I played it cool. I was like, look, bro, I don't want no problems with you. You good. I wasn't arguing with you. It's just a lot of confusion going on. He wasn't trying to hear it. His man came up and like, look, what are you doing? He grabbed his buddy. I thought he was going to try to come up on me and he was going to try to jump me or something. His man tried to be the peacemaker. And then when I walked up, I parked my car across the street and walked back over there because I was going to get my food. I walked back over there. I tried to make peace with the dude. And he started going off. Nobody liked your kind. That's why nobody likes you. Nobody likes you, fucking fat ass and all this other shit. Nigga, what the fuck? I told the brother, like, man, that nigga had demons. And it's crazy because me and his brother spent some time together that day, and it was all peace. It was love. We got all kinds of shit done. We chilling. You know, my brothers is thankful. And here comes Satan with the bullshit. But the point of the matter is it shows you that these nations hate us, bro. They hate us. Unless we towing the line with them, unless we agreeing with them, unless we cooning for these motherfuckers, that's the only time they fuck with us, bro. But in reality, these nations don't give a fuck about us. But you niggas out here talking about you want to save these people. Esau hate your ass just looking at you, nigga. Just looking at you. Esau hates you. You just existing makes an Edomite uncomfortable. And you trying to get this motherfucker salvation? Are you kidding me? The Lord hates these nations. He don't rate these nations. That's why they hate the Lord. He does not rate them. He said they're less than nothing. They're like spit, nigga. But even still with that, we don't treat them people like spit. We don't walk around, we don't go to work, fuck these heathens and start fucking up their shit. Because that's what you want to do. You want to, in reality, when you see this shit happen, you want to fuck them up. But then you realize, I can't be like that. I gotta go through my judgment. I gotta deal with it. But that's, you know what I'm saying, bro? But yet these people, they treat you like shit, and then you wanna try to, what they call it, defend or advocate. You wanna advocate for the fucking heathen. But when he bring that judgment down, because he got a short time, then that's when everybody, you want to try to get right with the Lord. You want to try to, you want to listen to the Hebrew Israelites now. Now you want to listen intently. Now you got time today. Now you ready. Y'all, nigga, you ready for destruction. That's what you ready for. That was it, brother.
Esau's gonna show his horns, man. You all, thinking Esau's gonna save you. He's gonna show you how much he hates you, man. In the time of Jacob's trouble. Because at the end of it all, man, the Heavenly Father is using Esau, the so-called white man, to bring great judgment upon the earth, man. Especially here in Babylon the Great, man. You were done with that one, bro?
Yeah, I was on Revelation 12.
I got this in the book of 2 Ezra 9, at verse 1. It says, he answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself, and when thou seest part of the signs past which I have told thee before, then shalt thou understand that it is this very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made. And again, we've seen prophecy jump off the pages, man. And Jake's still worried about the things of the world. The Lord's about to bring great judgment upon the earth, man. The scriptures say it's the great and dark day of the Lord, man.
Joel chapter 2.
So it's not going to be a day where people are just going to look up into the sky and see the so-called white man coming in a cloud, just all salvation for everybody. Like, nah, man, it's going to be a terrible time. It's going to be actually the worst time that humanity has it ever experienced, man.
At a time,
and will experience.
At a time when the earth is going to be in so much turmoil. It's like a double dose, a triple dose of destruction. You got World War III happening, millions of people dying. You're going to have famines happening. You're going to have all kinds of shit, straight civil unrest across the earth. And then on top of that, you got the only begotten Son of the living power, Yahweh, his son Yahawashi coming back with chariots, which y'all think are UFOs. So now you like, oh shit, what else could happen? UFOs is coming to it. And it ain't UFOs, it was the chariots of Israel. That's what we're telling you was happening. We're giving you the skinny. But
It's going to be a climactic ending.
An extreme climactic ending. All of, first of all, you're going to have beasts, newly created beasts popping up. So that's like a horror movie, right? Then you're going to have, it's like a slasher movie. You're going to have apparitions. Now you think you're in fucking ghosts. Then you're going to have total anarchy happening. You're going to think it's the fucking purge. Then you're going to have Leviathan coming out of the ocean. Now you're going to think Godzilla is fucking attack. What the fuck? And then you're going to see Yahawashi and the angels, the chariots, descending on America. And then you're going to think like, what the fuck? Is this an alien invasion? No, it's the Israelite invasion, dickhead. Oh, I'm about to get it. And then you're going to have the nuclear missile happening. Now you're going to think it's the day after the tomorrow. Or Independence Day. Or any nuclear movie. What's that? Any nuclear movie that ever happened. You're going like, oh shit. All this happening at once. And then people dying from heart attacks from seeing Yahawashi, a so-called black man in God mode, nigga. Now you're going to be like, what the fuck? And Edomites, their head's going to explode. Hey, did y'all see that? I had posted up the video. Elder Daniel Allen's daughter. She had a deep dream. Y'all gotta start going to WhatsApp, bro.
Oh, I was gonna watch it.
Yeah.
I was gonna watch it before we get in.
Yeah, you gotta watch that. I'm not gonna give it up, but y'all gotta watch it. It's dope, man. When you see that, when you hear that little sister's dream, vision, with Elder Daniel Allen's, daughter, when you see that sister, man, she's blessed. She's extremely highly favored of Yahweh Shai. You can tell she's a little one, so it's like, it's truth. She ain't got no reason, she can't. She just, all you can do is tell the truth. And so much was happening in her dream that, she said she was extremely scared. She said, my heart was pounding so fast. She seen Yahweh Shai, she seen her father get changed into God mode. He went into God mode. You know what I'm saying? She seen other brothers that she know, her uncles, in the truth. And she seen her uncles like changing into God mode, bro. You know what I'm saying? And that's, I told you, every movie, even a movie, every cartoon show that you ever seen, every superhero movie is about to come to life, nigga. What the Lord's about to tap in on the right-hand side to something that you ain't never seen. There's another level of what you call humanity, bro. And that level is only, like certain levels everybody can't get into. Only a few people can get that level. Well, that level is for Israelites, bro. Israelite men of the Lord, elect men. That level, only Israelites can get on that level. You watch Dragon Ball Z and you see Vegeta or Goku. Goku is the most powerful Saiyan in the show. That's why it's like surrounds him. And then they can just hitting levels. We used to think that Super Saiyan level was the best. Then they had the Ultra level. Then they got some other shit. Then the niggas combine together and they fuse. Nigga, I'm like, what the fuck? And this nigga's like, but then it's like characters that just be fighting and they love to do it. So now you got, then I'm on God, because there's a short movie, I'll get back to the point, but there's a short Dragon Ball Z movie on Hulu, and I think it's Hulu, one of them shit, I think it's Hulu, and basically, at the end of it, this nigga Goku can materialize and dematerialize anywhere he wants. And then he told the person at the end of the movie, the guy that he fought, this dude was super powerful. And he was a saint. And then, he saved the nigga in the end. And he's like, look, I'm keeping you alive because, his friends couldn't see that. They still thought that Goku was the enemy. And Goku was like, nah, man, we're cool. He said, I just want to keep him healthy just in case I need somebody to spar with. You know what I'm saying? Like, he said, I'll be back. He said, no matter where you go, I can see you, man. And he just disappeared. He materialized out of nowhere, then he just disappeared. That's the kind of, y'all think it's a fucking Japanese cartoon. Goops ain't getting that power, bro. That power's coming to Israelites, bro. That's the kind of power we're gonna have on earth, bro. We ain't gotta be sitting next to you, looking at you fucking off. We can see you anywhere we at in the universe. Like my man, Idris Elba in that movie 4, bro. I forget his name. Heimdall or something like that. Heimdall, man. Yeah, he had that vision, bro. So that's the kind of, we about to be set up on God move. We about to tap in, not us. The Yahweh Shai about to tap into another level of man, bro. And he's about to reintroduce it through his son, Yahweh Shai, bro. And it's going to be given to the elect of our people. And then you're going to bow down. And you're going to realize that we ain't all the same. And all the fine women of the other nations going to run right to Jake because they love power, getting hot and horny for power. Well, bitch, you got to get in line. It's going to be a long line. But we're going to be able to take them down, brother.
Yeah, I was on that.
Back in 7 Ezra 9 and 3, it says, therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world, then shalt thou well understand that the Most High spake of these things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning. For like as all that is made in the world hath a beginning and an end, and the end is manifest. So again, we're seeing the times, we're seeing the signs of the time, and we know that the end is near because of current events. We're just not saying, oh yeah, the end is now. Like a lot of people in the past have said, oh yeah, the end of the world is the end of 2012 or whatever. But there was no proof. There was no solid evidence of the end coming, man. But we have the true solid evidence, man, which is what? The sea hit, the third road, all of these things that are happening in real time, man. Those were the signs that the Lord gave to us to know when the end was near, man.
Yeah, because that's the measuring stick. The Bible is the ruler, is the measuring tape for prophecy. But you have to have the eyesight to see it. And not every one of our people have that eyesight. And that's okay, we understand it. You Christians definitely don't have the eyesight. Right? You don't have the true understanding. Vocab alone, you don't have the eyesight. You can't see it. And that's what you wrestle with day and night. Right? You wrestle with the fact that something that's far beyond you is given to people who you deem lesser than you. Right? You push your white supremacy and Calvinism. That dude, Calvin, whatever his name was, Calvin from the corner, that nigga, he was a racist. He was a white supremacist. Right? What is the guy that started, what's that dude that started Jehovah's Witnesses? I forget what
Russell something.
Yeah, Russell something. The guy that started Mormonism, Joseph Smith. I think his name was Joseph Smith or whatever.
Yeah.
Right? He was a white supremacist. Right? All of these Edomites that started these different Catholic off branches, offshoots, were all white supremacists, right? They didn't think about the glory. They didn't think about peace for all mankind. They were just thinking about themselves and their kind and creating a bullshit doctrine to go along with it. Wait, who's that? Charles C. Russell. Yeah, Charles C. Russell. He was a racist, man. He was a white supremacist, man. He was a warlock, a mason, right? Masonry is witchcraft. He was into all of that shit. And you got Jakes, you got heathens. I was watching something earlier. They said the largest amount of Mormons in America is, in the world, are these fucking Polynesian people. They said that's the largest group. Here it is. When Edomites came to their land, they pushed that Mormonism shit on the people. But at first, they didn't even want to let the fuckers in to Mormonism. And then they brought their customs into Mormonism. And Mormons, they had a problem with that shit. So really, what them Japhets are following is nothing but white supremacy. They ain't let niggas into the Mormonism until like the 1970s or something, 1985 or some shit, right? So they said that we were cursed people because our skin. Nigga, you the cursed people. The majority of people on the earth look like us. Different shades of brown. You're the only anomaly, nigga. And it ain't because you're better. It ain't because you're superior. Because you're inferior in every way. In every way. I was watching some shit earlier this week, and I said like, yo, Esau is a fucking a decrepit human being. This dude, he's into all kinds of depravity, bro. Getting kicked in his balls, getting punched in his balls, sticking shit in his rod, eating shit, all that weird shit, buying farts. Like, nigga, yeah, that nigga be buying farts, bro. Buying used panties and shit. Now everybody freaked out in America, in the world. Everybody's into their freakism. You see this dude, you think he's gonna go play tennis, he just got done getting shit stuck up his ass, man. He just got done paying for a female's piss so he can just pour it on his body. That's the kind of person that's ruling over us, bro. This nigga, Esau, ruling over he had this nigga dressed as a big ass baby. It's called Big Baby. This nigga got a fucking a high chair made specifically for his fat obese ass. Hire bitches to come to his crib to feed him apple juice and fucking applesauce and to change his shitty diaper. And the nigga was sleeping in a big ass crib beside the car, bro. A crib, bro. I'm like, wait a minute, this the guy that gets preferential treatment over us? This the guy that's ruling us? But like the scripture says, hey, Lord, give him Daniel 4:17. Right? And y'all act like he ain't ruling, but he is. He an Edomite, so he get preferential treatment in a society that was built for him. Go ahead.
Daniel 4 and verse 17, it says, "This matters by the decree of the watchers, and the demand by the word of the holy ones,
to the intent that the living may know that the Most High ruleth in the kingdom of men, and giveth it to whomsoever he will, and setteth up over it the basest of men.
And that's what Esau is. From the super elite, which there's nothing super or elite about them. They're just the aristocrats of their nation. The small hats. Chiefly the small hat ruling families. They're nothing more than the elect of their people. All nations have an elect or an aristocracy. And for a long time, you just thought that we were separate nations, so-called Latino, Native Americans, Negroes, Seminole Indians. You thought that we were just, and people that go back to us, you thought that we were just separate people. But we're one nation. So we have an aristocrats of our nation, which we hope that we're a part of, which is the elect of Israel. And we're gonna be the ones setting policy under GMSHAWAII. Just like the Rothschilds, Rockefellers, Oppenheimers, the Gettys and DuPonts, those ruling families, and it's more, they set policy in this world. With what's her name? The Rothschild, Maya Angelou Bauer's wife. I forget what her name was, but she said that if my sons didn't want war, there would be no war. But see, Esau's a war lover. He's a warmonger. He loves war. He loves to deceive people. He loves to divide people. He loves to conquer people. He loves to destroy people. He loves to shed blood. Give me Ezekiel 35:5. No. Maya Angelou Rothschild's wife. Bring it out,
Ezekiel 35 and verse 5, because thou hast had a perpetual hatred and hast shed the blood of the children of Israel by the force of the sword in the time of their calamity and the time that their iniquity had an end.
Yeah, and that's right. Esau, he has a perpetual hatred for us, and he shed the blood of Israel. See, y'all think that the Lord is going to judge the world because Esau fucked all the nations up? Did y'all see that clip with, and I'll pass it along. Lord, what I remember, I'll pass it along on WhatsApp. There's a clip of John Lemon having an interview with Elon Musk. He was talking about slavery. He said, we're all slaves. He said, everybody was a slave. And Don Lemon was like, no, that's not true. He said, yes, it is. He said, it just at a particular time. But he said he's basically tired of talking about it and addressing it. He said, listen, we should just forget about it. It happened, it's over, basically. And he said, Don Lemon was like, no, that ain't true. He's like, you weren't systematically oppressed. You weren't hated because of the color of your skin. He said, I know, but still, everybody was a slave, and that's not true. Everybody wasn't a slave, right? Everybody didn't go through the slavery and captivity that we went through. Give me Daniel 9 and 12. Everybody didn't go through that. It don't matter if all these nations were in captivity. We weren't in captivity together, and now everybody's a slave. You're a wage slave in this world to the who? To the super elite Edomites, to the families that don't got driver's license, passports, social security numbers. They ain't got none of that shit, cause they're above that shit. They above the law. But y'all ain't never go through what the children of Israel went through. Even the shit that, not shit, even the punishment and wrath that King David put on you Edomites, it didn't even pale. It paled in comparison to what you Edomites did to us when y'all came into power, over and over again. Y'all had 7 rulerships, nigga. 7. And every time y'all were in rulership, what y'all do? Flex on the Israelites and fuck them up. Go ahead.
It's the book of Daniel 9 and verse 12. And he hath confirmed his words which he spake against us and against our judges that judged us, by bringing upon us a great evil. For under the whole heaven had not been done as had been done upon Jerusalem.
Yeah, and that's why you nations, y'all don't take in consideration of our oppression. You look at it like it's just a one-off. Oh, slavery happened. That was just something that happened. You were taking America over, but now look at it. We're all friends and family. We just love everybody. Ain't no more slavery. That's just nigga. We still dealing with the ramifications of the transatlantic slave trade. It ain't just what happened in America. It's what happened in the whole earth. Christopher Columbus killed over 7 million so-called Taino Indians, and those were Israelites, through slavery, nigga. That's the type of time that that's the kind of judgment that this man is gonna pay for. You know what I'm saying? Then you got hundreds of millions of other Israelites from the Southern Kingdom brought to the Caribbeans and to the Americas. And y'all like to say, well, not that many African slaves came to America, very few, just a small percentage. Nigga, you talking about 4 million, 10 million people? And that's just the ones that made it. You know, come on, bro. How could you make that a watershed moment? You made us build this country for free, nigga. Free labor. For well over 400 years, man. Free labor. No checks. No payments. No stubs. All you did was make us work from can't see in the morning to can't see at night. And ain't nobody paid for that shit yet, man. Right. I don't give a fuck if you nations was in some type of captivity. Fuck you and fuck your captivity, nigga. You gonna pay for what you did to us, bro. You stole our land, man, and call this fuck place America, nigga. Fuck you mean, bro? You gonna pay, man. You nations gonna pay. Jeremiah 30:16, man. You gonna fucking pay. You can't just wipe that away, man. You Edomites and all you other nations get to enjoy this fucking land like it's nothing. It's a fucking paradise for the heathen, man. And our people suffer, man. And y'all just wipe it away. Y'all just forget it. You just act like it never happened, man. But if we went up in your house and took your clothes and took your family and put them in slavery, y'all want reparations, man. Y'all get everything, bro. We built this country, man. My forefathers died over this motherfucker, bro. Brought in the belly of slave ships, fucking pissing and shitting and throwing up on each other, man. And nobody cares.
Right.
Free, man.
Jeremiah 30 and verse 16. Therefore all they that devour thee shall be devoured, and all thine adversaries, every one of them, shall go into captivity.
All you nations going into captivity, man. Every last one of you. If you're not an Israelite, you're going into slavery, man. And you people that's in America, don't worry about it. You're going to be destroyed with nuclear fire. You ain't got to worry about that. You'll just be reborn back into captivity through the elite.
Right.
Go ahead.
And they that spoil thee shall be a spoil, and all that prey upon thee will I give for a prey.
All you nations preyed upon us, so the Lord's going to give you for our... We're going to play with you in the kingdom of heaven. Like a cat. That's right, bro. You can yell, you can get mad, I don't give a fuck. You don't own this place. We telling the truth. That's all we doing. And yeah, the scriptures what? Oppression make a wise man mad. Because when you sit back and you think about it, you like, damn, people make a mockery of us, right? You make a fool of us. You look at all the things that we're doing to ourselves, and you say, oh, it's just y'all, it's just y'all. Brother, we all intelligent men over here. We all responsible men over here. Hard-working men. God-fearing men. But you treat us like we're all the same, and we're not. We ain't criminals. We ain't rapists. We ain't criminals. We ain't liars. We ain't cheaters. We ain't murderers. That ain't what we are. Even though some of our people are in that mindset. You accuse us. It ain't fair. And we got it right. Sometimes I want to cry, bro. Like right now, if I wasn't standing here, bro, I'd be fucking crying, bro. Because it ain't right. It ain't fucking right, man.
Today I was working, bro, right here in these condos, man. And fuck, you gotta pay like $5,000 for a 2-bedroom, bro. You gotta make 3 times the fucking rent. The dude I was working for was like, damn, bro, how the fuck you motherfuckers saving all this money? And I was like, bro, these people are descendants of those that had our people in captivity, man. That took over the Americans. That shit was not that long ago, man. People act like the creation of America was like thousands of years ago. Like, no, man, that shit was a couple of generations ago, man. Yeah. That our people were in slavery, that Esau came and took over the Americas and completely almost annihilated the so-called Native Americans from here in North and Central and South America, man. That shit was not that long ago, man. And this is the fruits of their wickedness, man. But yeah, we gotta be the ones that work hard, that pull their
self up by their bootstraps.
That's right. You know, and have to suffer the worst of society, man. Because Esau created a society to keep our people destroyed, man, so that we would never come back up. But the Lord got other plans, man.
Absolutely, man. And nations, it's your time to go to captivity. Hey, get Revelation 13, 9, and 10. Oh, you got it? Got it? Oh, keep reading, brother.
This is Jeremiah 30 and 17. It says, "For I will restore health unto thee, and I will heal thee of thy wounds, saith Yahweh by Shem Yahushai."
Yeah, the Lord's gonna heal us. He's gonna heal our wounds. And he's gonna restore us. Because in reality, we can get mad at you nations, but it was really Yahweh by Shem Yahushai that brought these things about. And what is that? In Baruch chapter 4, verse 24. It was the Lord that brought these things, and He told us to what? Suffer and patience. You know what I'm saying? It's like, yeah, we get, and that's wisdom. That's called balance. Yeah, we can get mad and get frustrated, and it's fucked up that you heathens shitting and spitting in our face. But at the end of the day, it was necessary to happen. But it doesn't negate that you're going to be judged. So don't complain. Go ahead.
The scriptures say, "Be mad, but sin not."
That's right. Be angry and sin not.
We ain't taking our anger out on anybody. Like the brother said, we just speaking the truth, man. We're telling you what's about to happen. So when it happens, it doesn't come as a surprise, man.
Yeah, it shouldn't be a surprise. They should say, okay, this is just righteous retribution. We fucked them up. We did that to them, so now it's our turn. As the scripture said, the children shall complain of an ungodly father, for you shall be reproached for his sake. And that's what's happening. You nations are being reproached for your forefathers' sake. Go ahead, Ariel.
Baruch 4:25. My children, suffer patiently the wrath that has come upon you from the Most High.
Right.
For thine enemy has persecuted thee, but shortly thou shalt see his destruction
I'm sorry, bro.
and shalt tread upon his neck.
Break it down, Ariel.
Yeah. The suffering that we're under is from Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. But as the scripture says, shortly, those who make us suffer, namely Esau, Edom, that punishment is going to come upon them. And we're closer to that time more than ever. When the destruction comes upon this place, Babylon the Great. But there's another precept that says he's going to drink of that same cup of the wrath of the judgment of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. And we're close to those times right now. Prophecy is speaking. And I was thinking too, the clock of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai in the heavens, he doesn't have like a clock on his wall. Prophecy is the clock of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. And right now, that clock is ticking, and we're getting closer and closer to the end.
Yeah, man. You can't do wickedness and think that it's just gonna go away. The Most High, He's not a respecter of people. He ain't gonna say, well, this generation came and they didn't do what the previous generation did. No, it don't work that way. We all been here before, and you people are still benefiting from the murder, death, and destruction that your forefathers laid down. You can go to church now and call yourself a Christian now and say you love everybody now. But when your forefathers came to America and they brought Christianity, they brought it with a sword. They brought it with oppression. That Christianity, which is that white supremacy that you believe in today, that vocab alone tries to fight for, they brought that with a sword. That didn't come with a Bible and a heart full of love. You know what I'm saying? Islam. That shit before you niggas was going to the masjid and dressing up like an Arab and going to Juma on Fridays, that shit came with a sword, man. That shit came with a threat. If you don't get down with us, we're gonna kill you.
That's right.
And they did it. You know what I'm saying? Before you was following these customs of these heathens willingly, you were forced to do it by threat of death.
In the same chapter, Baruch 4 and verse 30, it says, "Take good heart, O Jerusalem, for he that gave thee that name will comfort thee. Miserable are they that afflicted thee, and rejoiced at thy fall."
And you nations are going to be miserable because you did rejoice at our fall. We can go through a plethora of scriptures that show how all of these nations rejoiced when we fell. Yep. Or Lamentations 2 and 15 on down. You know what I'm saying? So you got scriptures like that show you that these nations, they were happy when we fell. Psalms 137 start at 7. Right? Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Verse 32, it says, "Miserable are the cities which thy children serve. Miserable is she that received thy sons. For as she rejoiced at thy ruin, and was glad of thy fall, so shall she be grieved for her own desolation."
And that she is the daughter of Edom, which is the daughter of Babylon. Right? You're the same people. You Edomites run and rule, operate Babylon. And you receive the sons of Israel, whether they were so-called Negroes, so-called West Indians, Haitians, Dominicans, Guatemalans, Panamanians, North American Indians, Seminole Indians, Colombians, the Uruguayans, or Mexicans. You did that. You should have never touched that. You should have left us alone. You were going to fuck up anybody, but you couldn't. You had no choice. You were led by the spirit of Yahawah to bring forth a judgment, because at one time, you were the whooping stick of the Lord. There's a scripture that says that the wicked is the sword of the Most High. Well, the Lord's going to break that sword, and he's going to make us his weapons of warfare. These people on this side. You got something, Ariel?
Well,
You started?
yeah, I got to restart it.
Say so. For as she rejoiced at that ruin and was glad of that fall, so shall she be grieved for her own desolation. For I will take away the rejoicing of her great multitude, and her pride shall be turned into mourning.
Yeah, your pride. No one's more prideful than the daughter of Babylon, Esau, Edom. So the Lord's going to replace that pride for what?
It says, and her pride shall be turned into mourning.
Because you're going to be mourning. And you ain't going to be able to look up at an Israelite man and say, it's not my fault, I had nothing to do with it. Why is it happening to me? You ain't going to be able to try to have it sit down with us and communicate with us, because you're not on a level. Just like we can't go into the UN and sit at the table and talk to them and explain our plight. And in reality, these nations don't even want to hear our plight. Like Elon Musk was talking about slavery, like we should just forget about it and let it go. We should just ignore it. It happened, whatever. But that's what a person that's a fugitive would say. You just want people to forget what you did. You try to cover it with a "I'm sorry," or "Please forgive me," or "It wasn't my fault." You try to distance yourself from that act.
Verse 35, for fire shall come upon her from the everlasting, long to endure, and she shall be inhabited of devils for a great time.
And that's America. The Lord, that fire that the Lord's going to bring on America is the fire of nuclear warfare, as well as the chariot fires of the chariots of the Most High, or the chariots of Israel, which are those chariots are run by the spirits of GMSHAWAII, which are angels, which are our brothers. Right? Because you didn't just abuse people. You didn't just abuse a nation. Like the scripture says, they say, let's get Ezekiel, the brother Ariel could get it. Get Ezekiel, what is it, 25, start at 12. But these nations, they look at us like we were just any other people that we conquered. You know, they look at what was happening and they say, oh, they're just another heathen. The Lord ain't with them. Their God abandoned them. But you were sorely mistaken.
It's Ezekiel 25 and verse 12. Thus saith Yahweh thy power, because that Edom hath dealt against the house of Judah by taking vengeance, and hath greatly offended and revenged himself upon them. Therefore, thus saith Yahweh thy power, I will also stretch out mine hand upon Edom, and will cut off man and beast from it, and I will make it desolate from Teman, and they of Dedan shall fall by the sword. And I will lay my vengeance upon Edom by the hand of my people Israel, and they shall do in Edom according to mine anger and according to my fury.
And that's start with the super elite. Edomites, that's what they feared. They've always feared that. They've always was in a state of fear when it came to the Israelites. They feared retribution. They feared payback. They feared retaliation. They feared revolution. But the revolution is going to happen, and it's going to be extremely bloody.
Justice, true justice.
Yeah, they fear true justice, because this man's a fugitive and a vagabond. He's a traveling fugitive. He's on a run. That's why when these Edomites see us, when we not out here doing the work, we're just walking on our daily life, what are they doing? They give you this nervous smile. They like, all the time, you know what I'm saying? Why you doing that? Because you're scared. That's a reflex. That's all that is. That's a reflex. You ain't really happy to see us. You scared to see us. Because in your mind, it's like, oh, these niggas out here behind that smile is a bunch of wickedness going on in your head. I wonder if they going to do something to you. I wonder if they going to get it. So you react like a scared person. You go on an offensive quick, or you go on an defensive quick. Like you immediately talking about Jake out here with weapons and shit, and the Edomite seeing them. The first thing they did call the cops or get the cops, and the cops come in a threatening manner because you have a weapon. Because why are they scared? When the Edomite open carry, nobody cares for him. Cops walk up, talk to him calmly, ask him, put his weapon down, or do you have a license for that or whatever. They ask him that kind of shit. Or if you see a Jake with a weapon, the first thing you think of is robber, thief, murderer. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to get in a shootout with him, and then you can't make a sudden move because the first thing they're gonna say is, I thought he was gonna shoot me. He had an AR-15 strapped across his chest, and I thought he was gonna kill me, so I shot first. And then he'll just be another nigga on the news who Black Lives Matter is trying to get money out of him. Was it on that?
That's it.
Yeah, and the Lord said he's gonna what? He said he's gonna lay vengeance on you by the what? Hands of my people. Israel, not Edom, not Benjamin, not a real Jew, not Moab, not Ammon, not a universal group of people. No, he said by the hands of my people, Israel. And when are we going to do that? When the Lord gives us that spiritual power and new bodies. We're going to come down from out of heaven, New Jerusalem. Jerusalem is a people before it's a place. And then we're going to take over the earth. It's going to be a hostile takeover. And we're going to have fun doing it. Y'all going to have some weapons left from that World War III. Y'all going to be shooting your little weapons. You're going to be trying to set your little traps. None of that shit's going to work. Right? You know what I'm saying? We're going to be making your heads explode, your eyeballs melting your head. The sister said that Edomite was looking at Yahushua and he made her eyeballs melt. He pulled her eyeballs out of her head and they melted, and there was just nothing but holes left. And then he melted her skin just from her looking at him. That's what the sister said in that vision, bro. She said the Edomite was walking and she saw Yahushua and her fucking eyeballs fucking melted and her skin started melting. That's the kind of power we dealing with. And I'm sure it's gonna be even greater than that. That was just enough for her small, spirit to handle. She has a heavy spirit, a big spirit, but she's in a little body. So that kind of shit fuck you up. It'll shake a man up, about your child. But they like the scripture said in Joel 2 and start at 28.
Old men shall dream dreams, and your young men shall see visions.
And that's what we see what happened with the elder brother's daughter. And we've all had those dreams and visions where the Lord has put the Spirit on us to see dreams and visions that are going to come, that are going to happen, and that are going to be to the detriment of Esau Edom, like what you was going to Yahushua, Edomite looking at him, and him doing what he did in her vision. That's the hate. We're going to give them that same hatred that they had upon us. We're going to give it to them triple time, double time. And that's what's happening right now. The Lord says, I will pour out my spirit upon all flesh, and your sons and daughters shall prophesy. That elder brother's daughter prophesied. She prophesied.
But she didn't know what she saw, so her father broke it down to her.
Yes.
He was sitting there, listening to the dream. The brother was so happy and honored, he just kept asking her over and over again, and he would break it down to let her know what happened.
And the Lord put the spirit on him to do that.
Yep. And that's your sons and daughters. I remember my daughter had a dream.
See, yes.
Both my daughters had dreams of all hell breaking loose in the earth. She said that my youngest daughter, she said that it was a bunch of police officers. They looked like zombies, and they were coming at them. They were trying to come. They were coming for people, but they passed over them. And then I think either my woman, which is her mother, she had a dream where like all hell was breaking loose, but I was with them, and I was covering them, like I was walking, and I was just like everybody was just moving from around us. Nobody was touching us. The spirit power of Yahweh shot. And my other daughter said she was at work, had a dream. She was at work, and then all these different types of animals were attacking people, like lions and shit. It was just attacking people, killing people. She said she was hiding in the store. You know what I mean? Like you said, the scripture says what these visions and these dreams are gonna come because the Lord's gonna pour His Spirit upon all flesh. You got heathens having dreams of the other end of the world, and they'll get on the internet and they'll post it on YouTube. They don't understand the dream, but we do through the spirit power of Yahweh shot. So we take the video and we see it and we break it down. We let you know, hey, this is the end of this world that we're in. That was Jacob's trouble. Or this is the spirit. This is Yahweh Shai returning, right? A lot of these people have dreams about the MOTB. So the spirit power of Yahweh Shai, we let them know that, hey, that's the chip. That's the mark of the beast. Women having dreams of people lined up, getting a chip in their hand. People running to stadiums, places where they can hold large amounts of people to get the what? To see them. You know, people say they have dreams of nuclear war, missiles attacking, missiles going off. Shit, I mean, I was on an airplane. I had a whole vision, bro. That was not a dream. It was so crazy. I had to wake up and record a video while I was on the plane, so that I could upload it when I got off. And I seen the missiles, brother. I seen a big ass missile going to destroy it. It was green and white, and I thought it was like from North Korea. And people were running. Everybody was running because they saw it coming. You know what I'm saying? That's the kind of power. And then this is the kind of power we dealing with, bro. We all of us have this brother's wife has many dreams. And what she do, she tell him, he breaks it down to him. Hey, this is what that meant. This is what this is. Because the Lord is pouring His Spirit on all flesh to let you know that, hey, this is coming. Warning you.
It's coming.
And He's giving you prophets, teachers to explain these things to you. If you have an ear to hear and eyes to see. What you got, brother?
I'm finished with that one, but I was holding Revelation 13, 9 and 10. If any man have an ear, let him hear. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth.
Hold on.
Revelation 13, verse 10. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity.
So if you put somebody into captivity, the judgment for that is that you're going to go into captivity. And it is clear as day that for this world to be what it is today, Esau, Edom, starting with you and your ilk, you put the Israelites in slavery. You did that. You didn't do that because we attacked you. You didn't do that because it was retribution from a war that we had between us. You did that because you were the superior power at the time, because the Lord made you that. And you exploited the children of Israel. There's a precept where it says, you ain't got to get it, but hold what you got. What is it? I'm sword is pleasing to heathen because they did it. Oh, that's a spirit. Hey, the honey, how about you outside?
Go ahead,
Yeah, that's it. That's it. Let me see what you got.
That one is good too.
I think it's like Zechariah 1 and 15. Finish what you got, y'all.
Revelation 13, verse 10. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity.
So you put somebody in captivity, you gotta go into captivity. Go ahead.
He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword.
So if you kill somebody with the sword, the judgment is you gotta be killed with the sword. Because that's murder. Esau, when he was killing us, he wasn't killing us because we had committed an act that was worthy of death. Most of the time, he was just killing Jake for whistling at somebody. Like, what's that little dude that died back in the day? Emmett Till?
Yeah.
He died over a lie. The old lady she's old now, but she's dead now in the real world. But she waited till she got well into her older years to admit that Emmett Till never whistled at her. She admitted that in a book. And she waited for the book to come out until after she died. So she basically caused a little boy to get put to death for no reason. And then profited off it. Yeah. And she lived a long, extended life And she looked like a fucking devil back in the day when you see them older pictures of that bitch. And then her two, well, her husband and her husband's brother, they the ones that committed the murder. They got off. So you couldn't try them again for the murder of Emmett Till, because there's a law in America that's called double jeopardy. Even though that they committed, and they got off because they had an all-white jury that was on their side. So that wasn't a righteous act. It was judgment from the Lord, but it wasn't a righteous act from you Edomites. You Edomites, when you were killing and exploiting us, raping us, robbing us, killing us, murdering us, lying on us, hanging us from trees, you didn't do that shit because you were executing righteous judgment. You did that out of clear hate, despite, and a love of blood, man. When we take you over, it's going to be straight up righteous judgment. When we hang you from a tree, it's going to be righteous judgment, and he deserved that. Or she deserved that. Doesn't matter if you were old, young, baby, whatever. And guess what? We ain't going to keep you there all night. Hey, if your body's still intact, you're going to come down before the sun go down. That's righteous. They will leave Jake up there hung up on a tree for days at a hand to rot, for animals to come eat and peck on. That's why Nina Simone had that song called Strange Fruit. A black body hanging in the summer breeze. Ain't no fucking Moabite, Chinese, Arab, Japanese go through that shit. And y'all, and them Japanese got Hiroshima through Nagasaki blown the fuck to pieces. To hell and back. But you think that the Lord is going to repay Esau back for that? He don't give a fuck about that. Y'all heathens. But what you did to our people, you're going to have to pay for that. So all we're going to be doing in the kingdom of heaven is executing righteous judgment. It ain't going to be murder. That's called righteous judgment. There's a difference between killing and murdering. Right? A righteous kill and a murder. You know what I'm saying? The Most High he don't murder people. He don't set the order out to murder people. If you get killed, it's because you did an offense, committed an offense that was worthy of death. And that's why you got put to death. Not because somebody just woke up one day and said, I just want to shoot a nigga. That's what they do here. They use like a death penalty, bro. And y'all don't respect the Most High's law. What you got? You done with that, Ariel?
Yeah, I'm done with that.
Zechariah 1:15 says, I am very sore displeased with the heathen that are at ease.
For I was but a little displeased, and they helped forward the affliction.
Yeah, you nations, you helped forward our affliction. Like when slavery was over, you could have just told us we as Israelites and let us go back home. Jake would have been ready to hear that. But you did what you do, Jim Crow. Kept Jake here in a lower state, oppressed us, and then you created the prison industrial system to replicate the chattel slavery system that you had in America. And then you created the 13th Amendment, which said that slavery was illegal in all the states except when a person is duly convicted, guilty of a crime in America. So that lets you know that prison is nothing but chattel slavery. You got them Jakes working from can't see in the morning to can't see at night for these different companies, right? Prison industries, companies, right? For nothing, for like pennies on a dollar. Motherfuckers get like 10 cents an hour, not even that, a penny an hour, 5 cents an hour. I don't know if you can look that up on the phone. How much do prisoners get paid in prison for their work? Yeah, it's like some crazy shit. And then you had these dudes, they're not benefiting off of that because that's not enough money for commissary. And then on top of that, they might have restitution that they gotta pay. The restitution be high as shit. So that money that they making, they basically working for free. You know what I'm saying? That's chattel slavery. Because they getting paid more than we got in chattel. Because we didn't get shit. Jake ain't get no money. It wasn't like Jake could work his way up from slavery. You know, they might have a benevolent master once in a while that will get him their freedom after his death. But wait till I die, then you get it. So then what if a nigga don't die until he's 85? So you working 2 generations until this nigga die in the hopes that he or she is going to grant you your freedom. Who the fuck is an Edomite to grant us freedom, nigga? Bring it up. What you find, bro?
12 cents to 40 cents per hour.
That's nothing, bro. That's absolutely. Can you imagine? You can't even pay somebody in the real world that kind of money to do a job, and they're doing all kinds of jobs for 12 to 14 cents an hour, and I'm sure it's probably being taxed. It ain't tax free.
Know that.
You talking about? So let's do it on the high end. 14 cents an hour times 40. 14 times 40, what's that? Who got a calculator? Or the brother, I mean, 40, right? Nigga, that's 5, 14. No, let's do that again. Let me see.
12 cents to 40 cents.
Yeah, times
12 cents to 40 cents.
So that's spiritual. Yeah, it's 14, 40. I'm sorry, 40 cents? Let's do 12 cents. 12 cents. 12 cents times 40. That's a week. That's $4.80 for a 40-hour work week. And I'm sure it's probably longer than that.
Commissary is like $4 for a bag
Yeah,
of chips.
for a bag of fucking Doritos, you gotta pay like $4. To talk on the phone, you gotta pay 10 to 30 cents a no, fuck that, 35 cents a minute. To talk on the fucking phone. And you wonder why they got this whole prison culture where motherfuckers is getting super ingenious in these prison houses just to make it by. And then he's serving them subpar food. You know what I mean? But then you'll go to Norway or you'll go to fucking Sweden and a dude that committed triple homicide is able to drive the college courses while he's in prison. Got a palatial fucking, like the scripture says, this man is not in trouble like other men. This nigga got a palatial fucking prison cell, and he got bitches coming in. You got motherfuckers microwaving popcorn and watching movies and shit while Jake is in fucking prison suffering, man. Fuck out of here. And a lot of them Jakes in there is in there innocent, man. Then they get out of prison, they walk around with all kinds of fucking felonies on their record. Not saying that some Jake just don't belong in prison. There's a lot of Jake that belong up in there. Niggas ain't right. Like Crunchy Black said. But still, the point of the matter is that's chattel slavery. What you call it, the prison industrial complex. What you got?
They always tell you that people that are into business, they say prison is one of the most profitable investments that you can make. To invest in a prison. Right? So ease on making money, hand over this. This is the book of Isaiah 47 and 6. It says, I was wroth with my people. I have polluted my inheritance. And given them into thy hand. Thou didst show them no mercy upon the ancient, as thou very heavily laid thy hand.
Yeah, so you ain't show out people no mercy. You put even the old about people, you heavily laid that yoke. That's why you got brothers and sisters that's in their mid to late 60s got to work. They used to have a retirement age at 65? I think they said they want to raise it to like 70 something. And then guess people don't even make it to 70. So you got a nigga working, you got some people that work from the age of 14 or 16 all the way up until they like 70 years old, bro. What the fuck, man? They done. If they even survive that long. I looked it up. It says the prison industries in the United States are lucrative with billions of dollars in annual revenue. It says in 2021, incarcerated workers generated $2.09 billion in goods and services. However, some say that the value of the maintenance of prisoner maintenance work is actually closer to $9 billion per year. Commissary sales. Companies supply food, beverages, and hygiene products to prison commissaries earn at least $1.6 billion annually. Private prisons are profitable because they can exploit low labor costs. In 2022, private prisons incarcerated 90,873 people, which was 8% of the total state and federal prison population. Overall revenue, incarcerated people and their families spend around $85 billion annually on public and private correction facilities, bail and prison services. And that's why they don't want to get rid of that. That's why they don't want to refine it, because it's a loop. Everything in America is for sale. Everything. People are for sale. You know? And so they made this place a completely, what you call a consumer nation.
That's why in Revelation 18 it says that what was it? Something of men or
Souls of Men?
souls of men.
Yeah, go to that.
Souls of men.
Just type in Souls of Men in the blue letter. Search and
18:13.
read it, bro.
Revelation 18:13. and cinnamon and odors and ointments, odors, and cinnamon and odors and ointments and frankincense and wine and oil.
Start up. I'm sorry, brother. Go to the precept. Start at like 10.
Revelation chapter 18 and verse 10.
The one you started with was 13, right?
Right. Verse 10, standing afar off for the fear of
9.
Sorry, 9. Revelation 18 verse 9. And the kings of the earth who have committed fornication and lived deliciously with her.
Yeah, because these different nations and rulers, and these different, the Rothschilds are kings too. They don't call themselves a monarchy, but they're king. They're the true monarch. So these different nations, they're kings too. These different, highly established elite families, they're kings too. These captains of industry, they're kings too. They're making billions. These owners of these billion-dollar, trillion-dollar companies, they're making all kinds of money dealing with America. Go ahead, brother.
And the kings of the earth who have committed fornication and lived deliciously with her shall bewail her and lament for her when they shall see the smoke of her burning.
And they're not crying. They ain't gonna be crying like, oh my God, they destroyed America. They're gonna be fucked up because their money's gonna stop. The money train is over. It's like they ain't gonna be able to make no more billions and trillions and billions no more. So where could they go? Where else in the world could they go and exploit people and lands and all kinds of things and make the kind of money that they make? Nowhere. Go ahead.
Verse 11, and the merchants of the earth shall weep and mourn over her, for no man buyeth their merchandise anymore.
Again, where are you going to go in the world and sell those cheap-ass China-made products, those cheap-ass Bangladeshi garments, those cheap-ass false high-end garments? Where you going to sell that shit at? Chinese people go travel out of their country to go get that real shit. So where you going to go? What country on the earth consumes as much as Americans do? No country on the earth. So when this place is done, they're going to be like, damn, we can't sell this shit off. And they ain't going to be in the space to sell that shit because the money system is going to be destroyed. Okay?
Verse 12, the merchandise of gold and silver and precious stones.
Hey, you look at these, but anyway, the merchants of gold and all these precious stones, what you got in every city, you got a diamond district, right? You got, and who owns the diamond district, the so-called small hats, right? The Arabs, they're in there, right? The Syrians, they're in there, right? They're making all kinds of money, hand over fist. Where they going to overcharge? Where else in the world can you overcharge a person 800% on a cheaply made watch, right? With some bullshit ass lab-made diamonds, or with some bullshit ass diamonds, period. Nowhere. You can't go to Saudi. They're not buying iced out medallions in Dubai because them Arabs don't dress like that. Where else can you go and exploit an Israelite, a so-called Negro, Latino, Native American, out of his or her money with some cheaply made goods, lying to them, talking about this is GIA certified, and you don't even know what the fuck that means? That's just some shit that just came up with GIA certified. You can't take that shit to a jeweler and say, yo man, give me exactly what I paid for this chain because I got GIA certified diamonds. They're gonna be like, nigga, fuck you. We'll take that shit on a fucking low end. You know what I'm saying? Keep reading, brother.
The merchandise of gold and silver and precious stones and of pearls and fine linen and purple and silk.
All that shit is sold here in America. They shipping something called Brazilian wood, man. That shit is extremely expensive to ship over from Brazil, to cut, curate, bring it over here, ship it to America, and they'll charge somebody upwards in the hundreds of thousands of dollars just to make a fucking table out that shit. And it's somebody with some deep pockets that can do it.
Bro, one time we finished that door, we got like some expensive wood. Just so we finished that shit, bro. The dude paid the dude I was looking for like 15 grand a door, bro.
Damn.
I was like
$30,000 for a fucking door. Now you can't go to Brazil and do that shit because they ain't got that money like that. You can do it in America though.
Esau got that type of money, man. You know, and well, Jay too, man. Jay be having money in America too, man. Spend it on stupid shit.
Yeah, they get robbed out of their money. That nigga little baby with a fucking chain and a medallion He said that shit was worth $600,000. Plus he had 2 pinky rings, each worth $1 million a piece. Who told you that? That them fucking Arabs? A nigga named Avi or some whatever his name is. He made that bullshit and told him, hey, I'll give you these 2 rings for $2 million. And that dickhead bought it. Also, he can stunt on his own people. Because the so-called white man don't give a fuck about that chain. The Chinese, the Arab, the African, they don't give a fuck about that shit. Only people who can't afford that shit, who aspire to be like you, care about that shit. And you still got fucked. You think that you got, because it's custom made, you can't sell that shit back and get $600,000 for it. Nigga, he got a house on his neck, brothers. He got somebody, none of us in a lifetime can make $600,000, bro. Go ahead, bro. Keep reading.
And silk and scarlet and all Diane wood and all manner of vessels of ivory and all manner of vessels of precious wood and of brass and of iron and marble.
Yep, because you're right. The brother, he deals with carpentry and building and restoring homes and shit like that. I don't know how much a slab of marble costs, but if you want a big ass fucking island full of fucking marble, bro, that shit can cost you. Granite, quartz, that shit's gonna cost you. Because you ain't just paying for the material, you gotta pay for the labor, installation. You know what I'm saying? Where else in the world can you do that? You can't go to Thailand and do that shit. You can't go to Thailand and charge somebody $50,000 to install an island for a kitchen. But you can in America. And you got people that's willing to pay for it, even if they're being overcharged for it. They don't care.
Jake?
Oh, just, whatever, just get it done.
Jake won't even test the authenticity of something. You hear the price? Oh, I'll take this. Be good.
It gotta be good if it's worth $2 billion.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, this is good. This is good diamond right here. Plus I got the certificates right here, nigga. GIA certified, baby. I'm good, man. Oh look, these VVS ones, man. Niggas don't know the difference between Moissanite and VVS one. Nobody knows. Nobody cares.
Remember that nigga Michael Jackson went into the store?
Oh yeah, I see.
And he was like, oh yeah, this sweet voice. He was like, oh yeah, I'll take that. I'll take 2 of those. I'll take 2 of those. At that nigga's end, when he was dead broke, all that same shit he bought wasn't worth nothing, and they were just taking it.
Yeah, because niggas are conspicuous consumers. A conspicuous, inconspicuous is a person that doesn't want you to know how much they got. A conspicuous buyer, purchaser, is a person that wants whatever they see, and they don't care about the price. They ain't trying to handle it. You know what I'm saying? And then you wonder why the nigga is in debt, millions of dollars. Because as soon as the money came in, he spent it.
It was already spent.
On a bunch of bullshit. And the dude that was following him around the store, he was just so happy. Okay, we'll get that. Okay. Because he ain't never made a sale like that before in his life.
He got commission.
Yeah, big time commission. So you got like, hey, motherfuckers get commission off of niggas, man. Niggas go into the fucking, get a check and go straight to the fucking car lot. Give me the AMG, BMD, WDDE, Mercedes Benz. I want it right now with all prestige edition, nigga, with the bell, all the bells and whistles, nigga, and the shit done depreciate half the price as soon as it get off the fucking lot. And you just banging I'm beating down the street with my shit, nigga. I got a Maybach, nigga. That's why we can't feel bad for you niggas, because you niggas got the money. But what you doing with it? Bullshit. You don't even understand money. Edomites that's worth $300 and $400 million. You never know it, bro. Nigga got the dirty shoes on. Cause when you got that kind of money, I don't give a fuck no more. Like, nigga, I'm walking around, motherfucker driving a Ford Escort. You know what I'm saying? You like, damn, bro, I didn't know you was worth that. You'd be surprised when you find out this nigga taking trips to the Maldives. He going to Monaco and shit. And that's where they live up. You know, that's when they get the flash. They go to Monaco with a bunch of other wealthy people that ain't trying to fucking rob them. What a nigga do? A nigga get a check and goes back to the hood. Look, nigga, I'm stunting on these niggas, man. I got these. You remember that nigga Brother Polite, man? He was buying them fucking Balenciaga shoes, them ugly ass shoes. So I'm like, yeah, man, I paid $1,500 for these right here. You ain't got these, nigga, with the Versace shirt on and shit. Yeah, that nigga, he can't wear it in prison. That shit is, first of all, the shit that fell out of fad. Ain't nobody even dressing like that no more. Giuseppe, remember that Giuseppe jeans, Giuseppe shoes? Niggas, I'm stepping in Giuseppe's, nigga. And now ain't nobody even wearing Giuseppe's, bruh. So you just wasted money. And they look for a conspicuous idiot like you.
Yep. Here he come.
Oh, come on in, my friend. Oh, this is my brother, my brother. You ain't his fucking brother. You think that fucking coolie, that goddamn sand nigga, really fuck with you like that? He in the back talking about some slaggly, niggly. He talking that shit, talking that fucking Arab shit to his brothers back there. I got another one. Here comes an idiot again, and then he turned to English on. Oh, my brother, taking pictures with you and shit, putting it on his wall. Look at all my customers. I got good customers. Fucking you over, man.
I don't remember who was in, maybe my woman. She was telling me how she was watching this documentary or some shit about this rich woman, and she was the woman was saying how she buys dupes of all the fucking brand purses and whatever.
And they asked her like, oh, why? And she was like, oh, well, nobody's gonna question. Like, I already have money. Nobody's gonna question the authenticity of things that I own. So I got buy it for a quarter of the price.
Yeah, that's smart.
Why am I gonna pay thousands of dollars for a purse that
I'm just gonna use it and throw it in my floor, in my bed, whatever.
And all she can do is she can just stage it in her house and make it look like she paid for a Hermes bag. Or make it look like she paid $5,000 for a Louis Vuitton bag. She don't give a fuck. It ain't nobody gonna. Only a nigga be like that shit. A nigga, it's so bad, bro, that even when you wear that shit in the ghetto, even if it's real, niggas gonna think it's fake.
yeah.
Even if it's real, nigga, like, he got that fake shit on, nigga. And you done got the receipts and everything. You gotta literally walk around, niggas be walking around with the tags on their clothes, bro, to show a nigga that it's real, nigga. Like, bro, like, get the fuck out. If I had some kind of real money, bro, I done seen a lot of shit. I couldn't do it, bro. First of all, I can't even fit that kind of shit. So I'm just going to dress regular, bro. A t-shirt, probably some jeans, some sneakers. I ain't buying no fucking Louis Vuitton, nothing, bro. You go to the rep site and get all that shit, the Monclese, all of that shit. Yeah, you just go to the rep site. I had some reps. I don't even wear. I wore them shit twice. Like, man, these shits is ugly. I ain't putting this shit on. Gave them shits away, man. And the nigga I gave them to don't even wear them shits, bro.
Bro, the shoes that I have ever gotten the most compliments out of were fucking Dior Dupes, bro. I paid like $40 for them shits, bro. Yo, I'm telling you, I used to go out dancing back in the world a lot. Every time I wore them shoes, bro, like women would stop me like, oh my goodness, like them. And I was like, yo, I paid like $40 for this shit. I remember one time when I was in junior high too, I only owned one pair of Jordans, bro. And it was like the 13s or something like that.
And
The first day I wore them to school, bro, some fucking.
he was a Jake, but he was like Arab. But I know he was a Jake. He was like, oh, let me see him. Take him off. I gotta look at the stitches to see if it's real. And blah, blah. I'm like, yo, Jake in the world is a bunch of assholes, bro.
Yeah.
Why can't you just leave the man alone? Like, fuck
Take
it,
his
let
word
him rock.
for it. They can let him rock out. Who cares?
Yeah, who gives a damn?
Oh, I'm a stock because nigga, you don't really understand shoes, man. Only time you know what's going on is when you try to resell them shit.
Yeah.
I ain't reselling my fucking shoes, nigga. I'm wearing them shit and then wear them out and keep it pushing, bruh.
That's
And
right.
like the brother said, man, you got get like them white people when they buy high-end cars, them shits be used, bruh. They go to the fucking and they don't get the used car lot. You know where they go? To the fucking auction, bruh. The niggas go to the auction, get a Bentley.
Pound from Jake.
Yeah, yeah, from a nigga that couldn't pay the note. You know what I'm saying? Swoop that shit up for a fraction of the price, and now they good to go if that's something they want. But a lot of times they drive inconspicuously. The white man, he's an inconspicuous devil, bro. You never know what he got. You never know what he working with. A nigga show his hand like this. White man got his hands like this. Oh. And then didn't take his fucking kids on a fucking 30-day fucking vacation somewhere niggas ain't gonna be at. You know what I'm saying? The niggas not even servants over there, bro. They got fucking Moab and Ammon serving these niggas up, man. They good. They living off the experience, bro.
Like here in Hawaii, that fucking Disney hotel.
Yeah.
That shit is like fucking
$1,200 a night, bro. Just for a bed that faced a brick wall, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Bring some presets out, man. Let's get back to it.
Yeah, Revelation 18, I'll finish up verse 13. And horses and chariots and slaves and souls of men.
And that's right. You got people being sold as slaves, man. Literally. Not just in the prison industrial complex, but even out here. You a wage slave. And they selling you. They actually sex trade going on. You got the what they call it? Sex trafficking. human trafficking.
Big time.
That shit going on. They just kidnapping so-called black, Latino, Native American men, women, and children, bro, and having their way with them, and you never see them again.
Black market working.
Yeah, black organ trans. You know, it's a whole. It's a. You think in the kingdom of heaven we gonna have a black market of organ transplant? Hell no, bro. Hell no, that's not gonna happen. Ain't gonna be no surgery in the kingdom of heaven, bro. If you born fucked up with a leg and a kneecap on your forehead, nigga, that's you just got cat. They gonna get cappy real quick for me, man. If you born with no arms, no legs, nigga, a defective heart, nigga, a defective liver, you just gotta live with that. You ain't getting a new one. Nobody's gonna extend your life for wickedness. And that's what's being sold here. Close out, my man.
So with that being said, Lord willing, you are edified. We want to give all praise, honor, and glory to
Yahweh, Ba'Shem, Yahushai, Ba'Shem, Rakakadash.
Shalom to the hopeful elect of the nation of Israel. And with that, we want to say shalom.
Shalom.
Yep, this place is that.